So we're back. Again. Sorry, I just hit you guys like that. I don't know what that was about.
This is the second time we started, and we can't do this.
We can't do this. I don't know why.
We're falling apart for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Like,
I'm off my game. I woke up this morning and I chose to be gameless.
woke up this morning and chose death.
Yeah.
I got like something in my eye now. This is great.
We're just falling apart.
We're just falling apart.
Everything coming at us. And we just wake up one morning and we're just like, yeah, this is it. This is how we're gonna go.
Can't be done. What was I gonna? I feel like the microphone isn't like properly in my face.
I don't know. Should I bring it more to my face?
I feel like it's not proper. Okay, there we go. Okay. What was I gonna say? We should have
cue the intro.
Yeah, cue the intro.
Okay, cue the intro. And we're back. Hello guys, welcome back to T.LB.P podcast. I'm your host.
I'm gonna stop you right now. You want to move that microphone a little closer to your face? Thank you.
Wait, what?
You were so far.
Now I feel so far off, man. You ruined the intro, even though I was already doing it wrong.
No, you know what's crazy? You want to know
doing
crazy?
this for so long.
No, you were talking so towards me.
Uh-huh.
I could see it that you were my mic was picking it up.
Okay.
Anyways. That's like an actual issue we have.
Anyway, okay, you let me finish this intro, man.
Bro, they know who we are.
No, they don't. What if they're a first-time listener?
You're right. They probably are. Also, our YouTube audience is like it's a minuscule.
Yeah.
Compared to our Spotify audience.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back to T.LB.P podcast. I'm Victor.
I'm Adrian.
And welcome back to this glorious, I don't even know what it is.
I had to literally think about my own name.
You had to think about your own name,
bro. It's been I don't know what it is. Something's been off. Like, I mean, it's because we're not doing school this week because we've been.
It's the atmosphere.
We've been on break, so we've been like, we've been just like hanging out.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of gaming.
Yeah.
Not caring about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, not thinking about anything.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't thought about school for so long.
I had to think about school.
I haven't been thinking about school at all. Like, I've gone the whole week without thinking about school on purpose. And it just hit me now that I think I have an assignment due for my online course the first week back, and I haven't even started.
I have a lab due Sunday.
That's great.
Yeah, and then I think I also have like an individual quiz I have to do on Sunday.
Fun times.
And then as soon as Monday comes back, I think I got an exam.
Yeah, that's great.
And then as soon as the day after, got no school. So
well, I know the next day after. I love how that's a thing. Like, we go to school, next day no school.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a intermittent, like, not really class.
It's a break. It's honestly
it's honestly like crazy how we have school like that. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
There's something I wanted to say. Okay, so we went to go we talked about how we were gonna go to the movies for the first time in like 2 years. Yeah. So we went to the movies. Yeah. Obviously, we went to go watch the new Spider-Man movie.
Absolutely.
Obviously. Now, how do we talk about this without spoiling anything?
Okay, so
because all the big highlight parts of that movie.
Ready? All the rumors are true, and all the rumors aren't true. Everything you know and don't
Actually, you know what's crazy? There are even scenes in the trailer that didn't make it into the movie.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a scene in the trailer that didn't make it into the movie.
I think you might have missed it then. What scene are you talking about?
We can't talk about it because it's shrouded in mystery.
If it's not in the movie, then you're not spoiling anything.
Okay, you know that scene where like they're in the or Spider-Man's like in a police station?
That was in the trailer?
Yeah, that was in the trailer. But they drop a bunch of files in front of him. But in the movie, they don't drop any files in front of him.
They interview everybody. You know what? I'm just gonna shush up.
Yeah, you should just stop talking.
See, I would not be a good actor. I'd be like I'd be worse than Tom Holland.
You'd be Mark Ruffalo. You'd go live for the first 10 minutes of the movie at the premiere.
Exactly.
You'd be live
right now.
No.
Premiering this episode.
No, you can't do that.
Our sister would be like, what the fudge is going on here?
There's a live going on right now.
A lot of stuff going on here.
Oh, what was I going to say?
I'm going to make a post about the movie theaters.
Well, we gotta start posting way more, man.
Yeah.
I've been talking about this for weeks.
Yeah.
You were supposed to post every day this week.
Yeah.
And you haven't even thought about posting.
Yeah, I have.
But you haven't posted.
I'm about to post right now.
No, you can't post right now. No, you did that like 2 weeks ago. I won't accept it.
You know what? Fine. I'm going to post a bunch.
Okay, bro. So we need to talk about this.
Okay.
Right? So we've been playing a lot of Fortnite.
Yeah.
And
we need to talk about that?
Oh, I feel like we should. And I feel like in the Fortnite community and like even in certain gaming communities, it's understood that people who play a lot have like we call it a mild gaming addiction. Bro.
Yeah, I know, a mild gaming addiction.
Yeah, I know. I need you to focus here.
I'm focused.
I need you to
so
like
focused you can see me.
Okay. Well, what was I saying? No, okay, so people have like everybody knows this, but like we don't talk about it. Like we joke about it.
Well,
we don't talk about it, right? But it's like a thing that like I don't know, I think it's odd that as people we do this where we all know we have this, but we don't do anything to address it. Also, I think it's very telling of us as people that we have not to say that we have like gotten we've assimilated to it, but like we certainly have like this lifestyle where people like they go to work, they come home, they game, but like you know what's crazy, there's this CEO who he says that his son started working for his company, and he's like every day he would go home, he'd go to work, come home, game for like 4 hours, eat dinner, go to bed, then do it again all over the next day. He's like, from now on, when you come home, if you ever come home and play video games again, I will fire you. And he goes, why? He's like, because that's not how winners are made. And I was like, damn, that's some real stuff there. That got real.
That got real fast.
Yeah, and I was like, well,
real, so fast that like,
yeah,
I'd get home.
Well, no, I mean, he has a point though, right? Because like people, like most people, the way you should be doing it, or the way that you do it now, is you go to work. And you go home and you work on your real, like your dream. Yeah. You never stop working. You're constantly working. Like you don't stop working. Yeah. But mind you, these are the people who never settle down and they're workaholics. Like they don't know how to stop.
Yeah. I mean, like, well, what it should be is technically you finish work, you get home, relax at least a little bit, give the brain some processing power back.
Decompress.
Maybe take a nap.
You decompress.
Numb yourself. Which is probably what he was trying to do with gaming, but gaming is not a decompressor, sadly enough.
I mean, especially when you're being surrounded by like 3 other squads, and you're trying not to like get shot, and then you build a wall, they turn around, and they get shot again.
Yeah, okay. But like,
get sniped.
Just not unless you're playing golf or fishing, like Fishing Pro, like the game.
No one can go fishing in this time.
Like, not unless you're like playing Fishing Pro, like the game. I don't see how you can relax playing video games.
Bro, sometimes you just gotta go fishing.
I mean, like maybe if you're doing like a crossword puzzle,
or like an actual puzzle.
Yeah, or like an actual. Yeah.
Have you seen those like gradient puzzles?
No.
Where like it's one color and then it slowly shifts into like a darker color.
Oh yeah.
Like there's this girl on TikTok who she does like time lapses of her doing them.
Yeah.
And like that would be so trippy.
Yeah.
Because it's like the middle
eventually
section.
You reach like the same color tone.
Exactly.
And you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
I know.
Yeah.
Like it drives me mad.
It drives me crazy. Like, I don't think I could finish one of those. Like I tried doing a puzzle like, I don't know, like 3-4 months ago. And then I just gave up. I made like a whole corner.
Okay, when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Because of my disability, I had a one-on-one math class with a teacher.
Yeah.
Where it's just me and her, and we would do math. And then one day I came in like kind of depressed.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you really not want to do math today? I'm like, I'm really not feeling this, I'm gonna be honest. And she goes, you want to do a puzzle? I'm like, sure. So then like there were all these other kids in the room because like it was like the
resource room.
Yeah, the resource room. So it's like where all the kids come like to get help or whatever. And then a bunch of us just ended up like sitting there for like full 72 minutes just doing a puzzle. Like we just sat there doing, like now my eye is tearing up. There's something in my eye.
Okay.
There's so we just sat there doing the puzzle, and then this other math teacher walked into the class, and she's like, "Are you guys for real right now?" Because we're all just in there making a puzzle. Like, who's teaching it? Is someone supposed to be teaching in here? And then the teacher's like, "Nah, man, we're taking a day. But it was really funny. We would do like all these sorts of things, and other teachers would come in there just to hang out with us.
I mean, like, I feel when you're done your work in resource,
you just hang out.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Hang out. Yeah.
Like I remember there were a lot of times where like I would go in there to do English work, and then just not do anything for the whole time I was there.
I had times where, yeah, I guess I'd go do like a test, And since like I got a scribe and stuff, you know, I could just kind of walk in,
I had a teacher
get a
once tell
scribe,
me.
write it down all for me.
I had a teacher once. He's like, yo, he's like, I'm like, sir, can I go to resource? And he goes, yeah, sure, go. And I go. And then this other girl apparently went to resource as well. And she's like, when school ended, she goes, you weren't in there. I'm like, yes, I was. Because you know how like there's resource and then like there's off to like the side.
Just like that little room.
No, the office.
Yeah.
Like the offices.
Mm-hmm.
But like inside the office, there's like a little narrow area where they had like a cubicle. Mm-hmm. That was my spot. Most of the time when I would go to resource. So, but what was really funny is that I was in there the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's also a door so you can just walk out from right there. Mm-hmm. So this girl was in like the main resource room and she was like, you weren't in resource. And I was like, yes, I was. I'm like, you know, like when you walk into the room and then there's like offices, it's like explaining it to her. And she's like, you weren't there. I'm like, how do I explain this to you? I was
like,
there.
I just show you like what?
Like, do you want me to like walk you around, give you a tour? It was pretty funny. And everybody was like, just like laughing.
I mean, like, I've had moments like that where there's like a room.
Yeah.
And I'm like in the resource and I'm.
But it's like a room inside a room.
Yeah. And then people are like, I didn't see you in there. I was like, well, I saw you. And they're like,
that's sketch.
I don't think so.
That's sus.
Yeah. I mean,
it's sustainable.
I love when like those like occasional students would show up to resource.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, hey, like, what are you doing here?
Then you have to explain.
What am I doing here? I'm always here. What are you doing here?
Yeah,
I'm like, you're the odd one out here.
Yeah, you're the outlier here, bro. I'm just. This is my room.
Yeah.
I'm just vibing.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, like, I had times where like I just like finish my work, you know, dedicate hard time to the work.
It would be really interesting because there'd be a lot of kids that would go to resource, but they wouldn't. The way that. Like, because they were like those kids that would like never go to school, never go to class.
Yeah.
When they would show up to resource or they would show up to class to get sent to resource.
Yeah.
To work on work that they're like super behind on.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'd be in there and you'd be like, yo, I haven't seen you in like a month, man. How you been?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, who are you? Like, I didn't even acknowledge you. We're in the same math class since when?
No, I know. Like those students who don't show up for a while and they're like, yo, and then they sit beside me and I'm like, oh great, now they're gonna start asking me questions about this stuff and I'm trying to do my own work. So I'd either just move or I'd help them like once or twice.
Yeah.
Because it's like a question I even know I struggled with. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't make them suffer like this.
No, I had a few times where I felt like, not to say that I was kind of overstepping, but like there was this one time I had a conversation about religion with someone in that room.
Oh my gosh.
And it got heated. It got so heated. And the teacher in there was like, guys, I don't think you should be talking about this.
Yeah.
And
I had a discussion with a student in an actual class when there was a substitute teacher. And the substitute teacher was just like, "Oh my gosh, what is this kid doing right now?
What are we doing?"
And then I just kind of looked at him like I could bring you into this conversation right now. So I did. And then I'm like, sir, are you religious? And it's just like, I really don't think we should be talking about this right now.
Yeah. I used to do it all the time.
But
Especially
it was mainly because I had just made a point.
Yeah.
And the kid had nothing else to say.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give him a way out of like continuing the conversation because this could have gone and this kid would have been so lost.
Yeah.
And then like I brought the teacher in, so I'd be like, I think you guys should talk about
like especially like when it comes to like anything ethical,
Yeah.
like religious, like anything like where like your core values
Yeah.
are put into question. Those types of conversations, we don't really have those on this podcast.
Yeah.
But those kinds of conversations are like hours. You need like hours and hours to have those conversations.
Yeah.
Like because those are the hard conversations.
Yeah.
Like those kinds of conversations, if you're not careful, can make and break a friendship.
Absolutely.
Like some people like, especially when it comes to like religion, because religion is kind of divisive as itself. I mean, depending on who you are, right? Like say there's a Catholic boy, a Muslim, and a Jewish guy hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Like they're buddy in
They're
school.
buddy. But the thing is, if they do talk about religion,
Yeah.
it's touch and go.
Yeah. Like it's nothing too in depth.
They don't go in depth because
No, like they just go like when they say goodbye, like or like something bad happens, you're in my prayers, just walk away.
Just walk away.
You're in my prayers, right? But like that's the kind of like that's the kind of thing that happens, right? Mm-hmm. I think that especially in Canada, right? You have to be navigating like that. Yeah, because you can't really you can't be like, yo, this is what I believe, and that's right.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like,
I mean, like you believe in what you believe, and I believe in what I believe.
Right. Like
if you ever have questions, I'll gladly answer them.
right. But here's the thing that I've seen. I've seen people get mad.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so say that there's like a non-religious person, and they walk up to someone who is religious and they ask that person a question, a third party will jump in and be mad that the other guy's answering his question.
Yeah.
And I'll be like I remember this one kid, he told him like, dude, why are you upset at me? He asked me a question.
Yeah.
What am I like supposed to ignore him? Like what am I supposed to do here? Like what's the protocol here? Yeah. And the other guy was like, and then the guy who was answering the question just literally looked at him and was like, what do you have? Like what? Who hurt you? Like how did religion hurt you specifically? Because like clearly this is upsetting you. And some people are like that. Like they have like this vendetta against religion. And I don't understand. Like, I mean, sure, some things in some religions are pretty like, whoa, take a step back, bro.
Yeah, I know.
That's a bit extreme, you know?
I mean, like, with any religion, there'll be things that you don't like.
Yeah.
But, like, if you truly believe that's what you want to believe,
yeah,
you'll just accept it and move on.
Right, exactly. But I think that's... It's always an interesting, like, dynamic when you run into those people, though, because you're like, okay, and then there's also, like... the people who like go around trying to like when they see someone talk about religion, they just decide to debunk whatever that person thinks, and you're like,
I love those people.
Okay, well,
you know why? Because it enforces me to know my stuff. You know,
right? Yeah. Okay. So, but here's what I wanted to get at. Okay, so like a lot of people, actually, especially when it comes to like certain things, like certain core values of like said religion, right? Like everyone knows like the golden rule. You know the golden rule, right? You looked at me like
because I've heard the golden rule before, and then people say multiple things. So what's the golden rule to you?
Okay. Why don't you tell me what you think the golden rule is, and I'll tell if you're right.
How about you just go?
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
I knew it. Okay, do others how you would want others to do upon you. Like so, treat others like the way you wish to be treated.
Okay,
that's like the general golden rule.
Okay,
that's like the base golden rule. Like
so, pretty much what I was thinking. Little word differently, but it's fine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyway, let me get back to the point. Okay, so like everybody knows the golden rule, right?
Yeah.
And it's somewhere in the Bible. I don't know where. Like Jesus, I think, is the one who says it. Anyway, but a lot of people they take the golden rule. Non-religious people, mind you, non-religious people, they will go and they will use the golden rule on their own people. Yeah. Like, and I'm like, wait a minute. But you have a vendetta against religion.
Yeah,
you can't just pull this out of a hat and be like. I kind of get like
it's open source.
I know it's open source.
You can use it as long as you use it wisely.
Right. Okay. So here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember there's one person who told me like all of Christianity can literally be summed up as "don't be a jackass." And then I was like, wow, that's pretty intense, right? Because it's like don't hurt others. Like if your neighbor hits you, turn the other cheek so he can hit the other one.
Yeah.
Like you have to be a pacifist. Like you have to like right. So like, and this is just Christianity.
Yeah.
Right. Like we're not talking about Judaism. We're not haven't hit Islam yet. Like this is just Christianity. And I was like, wow, that's a really like kind of rude way of like summing it all up. But I guess like I mean like don't lie. You know. Like, don't kill people. You know. Like it's just
don't be a jack.
Don't be a cheater. You know. Like it's a whole thing.
Don't be a jack.
You know. So
sorry to all the jacks.
All the jacks. But it was really interesting, right? And I was like, man, that's a lot to think about. Like just like alone, right? Because
I know, but like the fact that he used that
it was term, actually a she used the term.
The fact that she used that, and notice how she use Christianity as the
yeah.
She used Christianity as the base form for not being a jackass.
Yeah,
we should really not be saying that word.
I know,
but I don't know.
it was just like the conversation at hand, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, are you religious? And then she goes, no, I'm an atheist. And I was like, well, then what?
I love when atheists defend religion. That's like the most. I find it so intriguing. I'm like, you don't even believe this. Why are you defending it? And then their answer is like, well, because everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe. And I'm like, if everybody just had this mentality,
right? No, I know. And like, imagine how the world would be.
I know.
Like, certain wars would have never been fought.
I know.
Like certain things would have never happened.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and it's very challenging to like, especially because like the world is so diverse.
Yeah.
And there's so many different beliefs. Like in Canada alone, we have like the native population that believes, in Mother Earth and like, one with nature. And like, it's very like holistic and it's very, like grounded in like nature and all this stuff. Like, it's very like, almost like elf-like.
Elf-like?
Yeah, because like they're very much with Earth and like this, like.
And the way they tell their stories, it's very elegant. And they're like,
it's a whole thing. It's a whole vibe. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, but like it's very interesting, and not to say that like to discredit, but it's very cool how their culture was developed, right? Because they were isolated from mainly all the other dominant cultures in the world, right? So they developed their own culture,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool, to be honest. Meanwhile, in Europe, they were killing each other over who was more Christian.
I know.
While all of this was happening on this side.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy, right? I think that, but because of this, right, we have like, you know, we have the natives, then all of the immigrants came in, and then we have all the levels of Christianity.
Yeah.
Like I also think it's interesting how among Catholics, I always find this interesting. There's like, so you're Catholic, and you go, yeah, or someone goes, yeah, and you go, okay, so you're there every Sunday, and they go, no, but I'm Catholic, and I go, okay, so you're like a seasonal Catholic, right? And then like, because you have to break it down, because there's like, and this is like, all of this is acceptable for some reason. I don't understand, like, I don't understand how this is acceptable among the Catholic community.
Yeah, I know.
Right? It's kind of like
it's like you show up only for events.
No, Easter. What is it? Yeah, you show up for Easter.
You're only
and
confirming
Christmas.
what I just said.
Yeah.
Only show up for events.
Right.
There's Catholics who call themselves Catholics and only show up for events. Like they're give me like you can't. They don't go unless
I find
unless
this,
they have this some kind of event. Someone dies, I gotta go. You know, I gotta.
Right, I find that super interesting. Or like someone really close passes away, and then they suddenly become like the devout follower for like a solid 2 months, and then just disappear again.
Yeah.
Like, not to say that I'm Catholic or I have anything against Catholics. I just find this interesting.
Yeah.
Within like the Catholic community as like a whole, like these sorts of things are like interesting. Yeah. Also, like in Canada, churches have become like a drink a coffee and like let's hang out and sing hymns together. Yeah, that's what it's become. Like that's religion now in Canada. Pretty much. It's pretty like
or you get the rock band.
Yeah, they call it evolving with the times, but it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, not to bash it on like any church or anything like that, but like if you're going to church, the least you could do is pull out a Bible instead of a pamphlet. And we're back.
We had technical difficulties,
but that's fine. You know,
so like we were talking about something about the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And then you said something about pamphlets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's been like almost 30 minutes since this conversation happened. Let's be real.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back. Not that you were ever gone.
I mean, you guys didn't feel it, but we sure did.
Felt like 3 years and a half.
3 years and a half. I literally started playing Pokemon, waiting for this thing to load.
I know. That's how long it took.
No,
I even helped you.
I know.
It's great.
It's because we're playing this. Okay, so yeah, let's not talk about that. Actually,
we're playing Pokemon. That's it.
Yeah, we'll play Pokemon. That's it. What's your favorite Pokemon?
That's a tough one. You can't ask. You can't just walk up to a guy and be like, "What's your favorite Pokemon?"
I mean, most people have one, you know.
I mean, not gonna lie, I've kind of always liked Cyndaquil.
Yeah.
Or Squirtle.
I never liked Squirtle. It's just a little turtle.
Yeah.
I've always been a Bulbasaur kind of guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've always been a Bulbasaur kind of guy. Also, I don't know what it is, but I've had like this. What's the other guy?
I don't know. Something.
He's
Charmander.
Yeah, Charmander and Pikachu. I mean, Pikachu. You know, Pikachu's like the basic.
Yeah, like if you pick Pikachu, it's because you're not that you're basic, but like I get where you're coming from, but like.
Do you know how many people think that Kirby is a Pokemon?
Yeah, I know. People think that Kirby's a Jigglypuff.
Yeah, everybody thinks he's a Jigglypuff, and I'm like, nah, man, he a Kirby.
I mean, we got what? 3 Pokemon up there.
Yeah, if you can even see them.
If you can even see them, if you can make them out, leave a comment down below. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it looked nice for us, but for you guys, it's just like a little figurine on the like.
Yeah. You know? I mean, we do what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know we do whatever we want. I don't know, bro.
You don't know what to talk about, do you? You're lost for words.
A little bit, yeah.
You're lost.
I don't know what to say.
I uploaded something on Instagram. Go like up real fast.
He did that during the break.
During the
I'll
break
have you
because we were waiting. I had no other choice.
know. Yeah, I had to update the drivers.
I should have made a quick story being like, so guys, this is what happens when it breaks.
That's what happens when it breaks. I sit here watching my brother play Pokemon on his phone.
Yeah.
No, like I don't know. I feel like.
What do you feel? Talk to me.
Okay, so you know how okay, so actually we can talk about this because
Can we? Is it legal? First off, is it civil?
Okay, let me get to. Okay, so we went to eat yesterday.
Did we?
For lunch with our father.
Oh yes.
Okay, so
very delicious, I must say.
Okay, so
Shout out to
March
Harvey's. No,
March 1st for Ontario.
Yeah.
Like most of the COVID restrictions were lifted, right?
Yeah.
And then yesterday we were at a restaurant and no joke, they were tearing down the plexiglass while we were asking for our order. Like
I feel like they had just gotten the email. The manager's like,
no, I feel like corporate had just sent out the email.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, all this plexiglass has got like, I was like, it was crazy. And then the table we sat, they had literally just ripped off like the COVID, you know how like there's like a table, a space, a table, a mat, like, and they put like how the table is like not available, like it's closed or whatever. It was like a booth.
And like because the sticky stuff's still on.
Yeah, the sticky, like the tape glue was still on. Yeah. Because that tape had probably been there all year.
Yeah.
Like all year. Like since COVID started, like they put that there. It's been there all year. So like they're literally tearing down like all the safety protocols while we're in that restaurant.
We're like ordering and he's like, I gotta yank this thing off right now.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is intense.
And it was actually somewhat of a struggle, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was like, that's, and like the thing too is like the glue for the like the panels
just stay there,
just stuck to the stainless steel.
It's like it's over a heating light because if you ever been to like a Harvey's, they have like a heated light where you like assemble your burger or whatever you want to eat.
For those who don't know, Harvey's is like a fast food chain in Canada.
Yeah, for those American, Indonesian and Russian, and everywhere else in this world.
Globally.
I don't really think Russia's listening right now though.
You know, it's tough. It's a hard hit.
Anyways,
get back to the point.
Yeah, so it's like over like this heated light, so that thing's almost always warm. So that glue isn't coming off easy.
Right, and like I mean
not unless you shut it off, cool it overnight, and then you just go in with like a spatula or something.
With like a spatula.
Yeah, you know, just get it off.
Like one of those like paint scraper spatulas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I see that happening actually. I bet you that's what they did.
Probably.
Or they probably just turned on the heat light a little hotter to help melt it a little bit.
Why would you do that? Because then it smudges.
I guess, yeah, that's probably true, yeah.
That's why I was saying wait for it to get cold so that it's like
you can just chunk it off.
It's like that comedian who was talking about like turds and like this dog who turds.
Whoa.
And he turds on the floor. And like since like he ate something he wasn't supposed to, it was always gooey and glumpy, so they always wait for it to harden. So I just walk over with spatula and just really quickly.
That's disgusting. That's too much information. Well, I don't even know that.
You could have stopped me at any point.
I tried.
Now everyone in our audience is disgusted.
I'm disgusted by it. Oh my god, I can't. Lord help me.
I don't know why I felt like that was kind of a forced reaction.
It's just, it wasn't that long ago that we ate lunch too. Like, it's not helping.
I mean, yeah, we ate lunch. That was also good. We had Subway.
That did not happen during the break. I'll have you know.
Yeah, that did not happen during the break. Could have done something in the break in between. Should have had like Timmy's, like right in the middle. Should do that
next episode. We're holding cups of coffee.
Just
Timmy's cup.
Just Timmy's cup all the time, constantly.
Just constantly. But there are like, I think it was interesting to see that.
Yeah.
Because like it's like some sense of normality now.
Yeah.
Because before you walk into a restaurant, there's like plexiglass everywhere, and you're like
signs everywhere. COVID, stay safe. Scan this.
And then you walk into now, whenever you walk into a restaurant, there's like none of that, and you're like, wow, that's cool.
I was so surprised. I walked in. They didn't ask me for my vaccine passport.
That was a little. Like, I felt a little off. I'm not gonna lie.
I was so used. I was like. I even like pulled up my phone.
Yeah, I pulled out my phone too. I was holding my phone in my hand.
Wait a minute. It's March 1st.
Yeah.
Don't need to do this no more.
It's a little
for some locations, I don't recommend deleting it off your phone.
Right.
Just saying.
Because some locations just ask you for it.
Are still allowed. And don't be one of those people who argues like, why are you still doing this and that. Sometimes it's just the corporate, that decides, the franchise that decides.
Right.
I mean, if it's
even if it's a small, if it's a local business owner,
especially if it's a local business, don't give them trash for it. They want to be safe in their own ways. Just abide by their rules. It's their restaurant. As soon as you enter, it's private property, not public.
Right. They're allowed to do what they want, and that's totally cool, like I think ultimately, like it comes down to like whatever the place owner wants to do, right? And that's what the government said. Like, it's up to wherever the establishment is. Some people have even gone as far as like make separate sections within the restaurant. They're like, look, so we have like semi-vented area over here, like, and if you feel safer sitting around people who are also vaxxed, like who have the vaccine, like that's like, cool.
That's making that concept would make good profit. Like if you truly think about it, if you design a building, where like it's more vented, and then like not so vented.
Yo, man, the public bus transportation in the winter got so cold to take a bus because they had to have like all the windows open and like the AC ventilating. Like it was rough, man. Like if you ever had to take the bus in the winter, cold.
Yeah, it's tough times.
Tough times.
It's cold. I just realized something.
What?
My laptop was kind of glitching there for like a quick second. It wasn't really recording. I don't know. Hopefully it's fine. I don't really know.
All right. Well, you want to talk into your microphone?
I am talking into my microphone. I should just pull it in closer.
A little closer to you?
Just get real
deep
close.
in there, Gotta like put your mouth against it, Gotta get real close.
I just realized even the mic setting changed when I created a new one. Anyways.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so like that's been interesting. I think the next couple of weeks, will be very telling.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like
because we still have to wear masks.
We still have to wear masks. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean that's even if they just lifted the masks.
Yeah.
It's a part of culture now.
Yeah, I feel like
it's a fashion choice.
Got to get a custom T.LB.P mask.
Yeah. Good idea.
Good idea. But I think it was it Logan Paul who did it?
I think so.
Logan Paul and Mr. Beast, I think, did it too.
Yeah. There's a few people who did it, actually.
I don't know anybody else did.
There's a few people who did it. Anyways.
Get custom face mask.
Everyone's going to go like to the subscription box and be like, where's the store?
Where's this at?
Where's this
I want this.
I want a reusable mask. I've been looking for one. Maybe if yours is...
It comes with like 3 filters.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, like... Whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna tell us, Time will tell us. I mean,
time will tell. Like also like the amount of like COVID cases and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think people are just tired of all this.
Yeah.
And
honestly,
like,
the true secret is learning to live with it,
and
accepting others, and acceptance of others' choices.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's pretty much it. Because I know there's still gonna be those videos of people walking into restaurants and. An employee refusing service to someone who isn't wearing masks when their regulations in the store is that you have to wear like a mask and you have to do this and that. I know that's still going to happen because, people are mean, I don't like people, but I love people all at the same time. Some of you don't deserve to, and then some of you deserve to,
You want to make up your mind about it?
I want to be indifferent because I don't want to be attacked.
I'm attacking you right now. Pick a side.
Okay. I picked the side who chooses to be safe. It's better safe than sorry.
This whole episode I've been like falling apart, man.
Yeah,
like I had something in my eye earlier. I got that out, and now my other eye's acting up. And I've been eating to sneeze this entire episode. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And then we had like technical issues like
this whole day has just been like
no, it's been amazing.
It's been vivid. Today's been vivid. Like I woke up this morning.
I mean, also like
you don't even you
the movie we watched last night. We can talk about that.
Oh yeah, we watched the movie last night. It's a great movie.
An old movie. It was all right.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Ryan Reynolds, Canadian treasure.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with.
What was the movie called? I cannot remember.
6 Underground.
6 Underground, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's one of those like action movies where it's like just like quick jokes. It's like a basic action Ryan Reynolds movie.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's literally like what is it?
I love his quips. Just any quip he does, it's just like boom, cute. It's like.
Yeah.
Just eat that right up,
Yeah. He's gotten really good at that.
Huh?
He's gotten really good at that. I feel like
like him with like something super sensitive and turning that into a joke, that is him.
Oh, he has this really good he has
the voice to pull off anything.
He has the ability of saying things by creating a picture in someone's head.
Yeah.
like to make it more entertaining. So like there's a great clip of him. There's a great clip of him on Stephen Colbert where Stephen Colbert said like asks him like because he left Fox.
Yeah.
He stopped working with Fox, and they're like, and he goes like, just instead of saying like, yeah, they don't pay that well, that's why I left Fox. He went, well, you know, they pay me in sweat and tears.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like
he's a visualized speaker.
Right. Yeah. And so then like they asked him what it was like working with Denzel Washington because he made a movie with Denzel Washington, and he's like, you know what he said? He was like, so you know, I'm hanging out my trailer, and Denzel walks over to my trailer. He knocks on the door, and he goes, hey, you want to run over those lines? And I go, yeah, sure. Give me 1 sec as I turn around and tear down all my Denzel Washington posters that I have up. Right? Like, just like that, right? He made like, yeah, we just ran lines together. Like, instead of saying that, he created like a whole story around, like, it's way more entertaining.
And then he just pops off.
Yeah. It's way more entertaining, right? Like, and it's one of those, like...
So it makes him such a great actor.
It's like, it's a very good charismatic trait.
Yeah. He is charismatic. I can agree with that.
He's just like one of those.
He's one of those guys where you just look at him, you're like, you know what I
mean? I could be your best friend.
I want to be your best friend. Like,
you know, it must be. Imagine being like his wife.
Yeah.
Like, because you have to be able to keep up with. Like, I mean, I bet you she's just as quippy as he is.
I don't know. I've never met her.
Have you not seen how they like troll each other?
No, I've seen how they troll each other.
Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. I love when it's each other's birthday.
No, it's great.
Like he'll be like, "Happy birthday, sweetie," and he'll post a picture of himself, and all you see is like her arm in frame.
Yeah.
Or like,
happy birthday, sweetie.
It's just like her arm in the frame, or whatever. And she does the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Like they just like troll each other.
I feel like 1 year it's just gonna be like a photoshopped image of like his face on her body. Happy birthday, sweetie.
I love myself that much. Yeah. I married myself. Like, you know what's crazy though is that they met on the set of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
The failed Green Lantern movie.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is? You know who else is in that movie?
Who?
Taika Waititi, the director for Thor.
Yeah, the director.
The third Thor movie. Yeah. You know how crazy that is?
Not really.
I think look, when
everything's connected, bro. I can find a connection between your left thigh and some guy in some weird looking building.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know.
Just happens.
Everything's connected.
Everything's connected. Well, then I guess I'll have to take your word for it.
Yeah.
No, but there's a lot of stuff like that I think is it's odd. Like especially when it comes to like movies and stuff, like to see like the crossover and like certain people play out. And
yeah.
Did you hear how? Do you remember the movie?
No.
Oh, I can't remember what I was reading about.
You don't even remember the movie.
It's like okay, no, it's about these kids who like they go to this high school. This kid like he thinks he doesn't have superpowers. Like his parents are heroes, but he thinks he has
superhero high school or super high school or something high school.
Anyway, the person who plays Killer Frost, Daniela Parker, I think is her name. She did an interview recently where she said she would like to revisit that. Like if they ever made a sequel, she'd be down for it.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the movie's called. It's something high school.
Sky High.
Sky High. What's the Rotten Tomatoes rating for that?
I have no idea. Give me a second. I gotta search actual. I searched super high school.
Super high school?
Sky High.
I love how we're doing this live here.
All right, let's Rotten Tomatoes 73.
Okay, well, she said she would like to revisit that.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
Yeah, no, she said she'd love to see a sequel made one day. And I was like, dang, like
I forgot about this movie.
You know what's crazy?
Oh, and then like he eats a lollipop and like his powers is somehow like
no,
his powers are dormant and stuff like that.
They
so
were
like
just
you
dormant.
suck on one of these, your powers are active.
No, it wasn't like that. It was just like he was in the doctor's office and the nurse's office, and she's explaining how the power gene works. Like sometimes two superheroes can have a kid and the kid will be born with no powers, but like because he's hiding it from like his parents, right? That he doesn't have superpowers. The whole movie, like that's how the movie starts. And then like some kid at that school tries to attack his friends, and then like he awakens his like super strength or whatever.
I need to rewatch this movie because I don't remember anything about it.
I remember little chunks of it, to be honest.
Now I'm gonna have to spend another night watching this stuff. Why do you do this to me? You're hurting me. I didn't got the kind of time. or effort or strength.
Strength. No, okay, so
strength.
but I found it interesting that like because that was like her second movie ever.
Was it?
Yeah, apparently it was like her second movie ever.
She did shows before that, didn't she?
She did like one show and then she was like in a movie and then then that was her second movie.
I don't know.
Anyway, but
I don't keep track of people's careers.
okay, so no, but here's the thing, right? But like I'm like that's how much of an impact that movie had on her that she was like,
I want another one.
I want another one.
Or maybe she just really enjoyed the ambience everybody created while filming.
Right. Yeah, and like
it was an enjoyable thing to film.
Right.
You know.
I think it's one of those things. I think that like, especially like when my microphone's like leaning more and more this way, and it's freaking me out.
Okay.
It's just slowly like leaning. I think that the more people start using, not using people, the more people.
Bro, just spit it out, man. Just spit it out, honestly.
I'm starting to act like a friend of ours where she just can't get it.
Spit it out.
No, it's contagious. You just try to spit at me?
No.
No. What was I trying to say? No, I think the more. Can you stop? Just stop looking at me like that. Okay. Let me just focus. I need to focus.
Okay.
So I think the more that people work, I think they fall in. They remember like the early things, and they'd like to do that again, right?
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of people.
I remember the early days of the podcast. No, I don't.
Those are tough times.
Those are tough times. I was figuring life out. I still didn't know who I was in the world, in society. No, I'm kidding. I knew exactly who I was, and I knew exactly who I was going to be.
Okay, let me get back to the point here. So, because people do it all the time, right? Like look at Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Know how long it's been?
Yeah.
It's been like over 20 years.
Yeah, but he's Tom Cruise.
I mean, everybody know that he's Tom Cruise.
Exactly. You just look at the face and you're like, I've seen that face before.
He's
like
Tom
even
Cruise.
if you don't know his name, you've probably seen his face.
It's gonna be Iron Man soon.
Why are you spoiling it for the audience?
Everybody know that.
Not everybody.
I mean, it's leaked.
Yeah, but not everybody knows
It's out there.
But not everybody knows it.
Whatever.
You're leaking it more.
Bro, I can leak whatever I want to leak.
So, guys, I'm gonna tell you something that happens in Spider-Man.
No, you can't. You can't do that. That's
I mean,
too
like,
cool.
if you haven't watched it yet,
Go watch it. It's a great movie.
I got teary, but that's mainly because I grew up with watching Spider-Man. Okay.
Like there were a few moments that like really got like they were like super good.
Like
I need to go watch it again.
you need to watch it, okay, and then wait for the digital release. Rewatch it, but before you rewatch it, watch all the other movies so that way you feel the emotions. Okay. Feel it.
Feel it.
Feel it.
It's crazy, really, how I think that Marvel has found a way to like they really hit their stride as of late.
Yeah. I mean, like, they pump out a movie and it's enjoyable. Like, you can sit down and genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, you can play any Marvel movie.
What is it?
And even if you don't want to watch a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And you sit down and you play a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Somehow
you get sucked into it.
You get sucked into it and you're like, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
And then you enjoy the whole movie. It's great.
It's crazy. I know it is. It's crazy. What was I gonna say? No, there's apparently Tom Holland. He was watching Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, or Shang-Chi and and the Ten Rings, and he literally sent the guy a text.
Really?
And he was like, dude, this movie's awesome, man. Like, it's effing awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, imagine like when you work in like for Marvel and they're like, I wonder what the other guy's up to. Like, I gotta watch his movie now.
No,
like,
right?
And like you get excited for it too. You're like, yo, man, this is a hype, man. This is a great
so
movie.
excited. I might act with this guy one day.
Yeah, like, this is a great movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Everyone thinks that like everyone's wondering like what the next
thing is.
Avengers movie is gonna look like, because like you don't have like the two like main guys. You don't have Iron Man. You don't have you have Captain America, but he's not like the OG Captain America. So it's like
you have new formed Captain.
Exactly. So everyone's like, who's does the leader role fall down to Captain Marvel now? Because she used to be like, you know, in the comics she was like the leader of the Avengers for a minute, for like it was like a hot take.
Because she's the strongest Avenger.
I mean, that's Hulk.
See, that's why I didn't want to say that, 'cause it instantly causes controversy.
That's the Hulk.
No, I thought it was Thor.
Nah. Don't you remember?
No, I know.
They addressed that.
They fight each other.
No, but they addressed that in the third Hulk, Thor
The
movie.
third Hulk movie, yeah.
The third Thor movie.
I clearly missed 1 and 2.
The third Thor movie. You know when he's like on the Quinjet.
Yeah.
And he's like strongest Avenger.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
I mean,
no.
but that's mainly Tony's doing.
Yeah, it's just Tony messing with him. But it's like, dang, it's Stark, and then Bruce puts his hand on thing, strongest Avenger, and then it like boots up. I'm like, that's the greatest thing ever. Welcome back, Mr. Banner. Like it just boots up, and he's like, "Ah, gosh, dang it!"
It's like can't do anything anymore.
And I love when he was like talking with him, trying to convince him to help him, and he's like, he's like, I won easy. Like when they're talking about the fight, yeah, we fight each other. I won so easily. He's like, really?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. You lied.
It's like, really?
I love that scene. The greatest thing, though.
Bro, like we're spoiling this whole movie. You can't be doing this out loud.
It's been long enough now.
I mean, some people still haven't watched the whole thing.
I mean, it's been long enough now.
I mean, so what? So what if it's been long enough? Don't spoil everything. We've talked about this movie long enough.
All right, fine. Anyway, I think you should wrap up.
Wrap up?
Yeah, wrap up.
Okay, guys, this has been Two Latin Brothers Podcast. Everything's always in the description, whether it be up, down, left, or right. Make sure to share with your grandma, share with your rooster, share with your donkey, share with your, alpacas. I don't know. Share with your beetles, your roaches. I don't know. Share with your greatest enemy.
Why your greatest enemy?
I don't know. Maybe if they laugh, they might become a better person. You know?
Maybe if they laugh.
Maybe if they laugh.
It's conditional.
It definitely is conditional. You're falling apart over there.
I don't know.
I'm gonna wrap up before you.
I like my mic just like. I told you it was like leaning. It just keeps leaning.
Anyways, catch you guys on the next one. Check out last week's episode if you haven't already. Make sure to
leave a like, comment.
Yeah.
Follow us on Spotify.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Yeah.
He's not doing any of that. Follow us on TikTok. We have a TikTok now.
Yeah. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.